The most interesting thing about this gimbal UFO footage is the rotation. Now, I've explained before how this can just be a rotating glare caused by the way the camera is mounted on something called a gimbal mount. No coincidence. But if the glare is rotating independently of the horizon because of these camera movements, then shouldn't we see other light effects also rotate? In the Nimitz or tic-tac footage, we see a fairly dramatic rotation of both the object position and what looks like some reflected lights over the whole frame as the camera traverses from -3 degrees to +3 degrees, which is where a different rotation mechanism is used and the main gimbal system does a large correction, as I demonstrated in another video. That demonstrates that it's the camera rotating in the Nimitz footage, but can we see this in the gimbal video? Yes, we can. I've been using the version of the video that the New York Times put out in December 2017, and if you scrub back and forth with that, you can kind of see the background rotates when the glare rotates. That's evidence, but it was never that convincing because of the quality of the video. But today, I discovered that the New York Times has a higher quality version of the video, which they posted in May of this year, 2019. The older video was encoded at 3.8 megabits per second, but the new video, which also includes the Go Fast video, is encoded at 12.4 megabits per second, more than 3 times the data rate. If you compare the two, you can see there's much more detailed contrast in the background when you zoom in. Unfortunately, they darkened the lower portion of the video, but we're really only interested in the glare and the sky. Now when we scrub back and forth with this new version, you can see the rotation of the light pattern more clearly. But more importantly, the increased bitrate of the video allows us to better enhance the contrast and see this rotation even clearer than before. It might be a bit hard to see what I'm talking about. What is rotating? In an enclosed moving camera system like this, you've got two types of light which make up the final image. You've got the wanted light, the light from the scene that goes through the lens as you would expect and makes the picture. But then there's unwanted light, glare, lens flares, diffraction effects and reflections. That's added on top of the image. So if we rotate parts of the camera, then some of the unwanted light can also rotate. Here you see the faint bands and regions of light and dark rotate with the glare in the middle, and that's what you should look for in the gimbal footage. This rotation of the light across the sky matches the rotation of the glare, the supposed UFO, which proves two things. Firstly, it proves the rotation is caused by the camera. The abrupt rotations of the UFO match the rotations of the light field in the sky perfectly. There's a large rotation here, then the second rotation, then there's a jump at 3 to 4 degrees, probably caused by the large outer gimbal correction. Secondly, it proves that the shape of the UFO is largely, if not entirely, due to camera glare. We've seen this type of glare before in other videos of engine exhaust, and since it rotates with the camera, that means the entire effect is just a camera artifact. Is it solved? Nearly. We still don't know what this is, but the shape is solved, the rotation is solved, and the glow, the aura, is also solved. So all we are looking at is something hot, something like a jet engine miles away. There's nothing to indicate any kind of advanced technology or aliens. This all raises a question. If the New York Times, and especially the To the Stars Academy, had this higher quality footage all the time, then why didn't they release it? Why just put out a low quality version? Didn't they want people to analyze it?